I want to jump over to Hamel and, a different perspective, as SoonerPipe is a newer customer, have been on the platform for just a couple months. So I'd love to hear from Hamel. You've went through this process most recently. What were the pain points that led you to look at Incorta as an option?
Sure. So we are using Oracle eBusiness Suite, EBS, as our ERP system to pretty much do all our business transactions. You have your, quote to cash, procure to pay, inventory management, all your back office, everything is done in Oracle eBusiness Suite. And we went live with, we implemented eBusiness Suite about 12 years ago. And at the same time, since, Oracle ERP was our ERP system, it made sense at the time to go with Oracle Business Intelligence, OBI, as the reporting tool. At the time, it kind of like made sense, but over the years, as the business grew, different, business lines were added, different use cases. And then we were to a point where, the whole ecosystem of reporting tool became very cumbersome to maintain, use. There are a lot of different products involved. You have one, Informatica was used to do the ETL, and then there is like two different products from Oracle related to Oracle Business Intelligence. And we were to a point where we were way far behind on our upgrades. And then upgrading, in order to use new features, it would require extensive upgrade. And when we went through the exercise of estimating it, it was like months and was going to cost us millions to do that. So at the time we heard about Incorta through our partners, and we look at the demo, and we were blown away by what we saw. Incorta has out of the box integration, ETL, if you would, with Oracle eBusiness Suite. So one of the most challenging part of any business intelligence solution is bringing the data over, right? And Incorta, with out of the box integration with various ERP system, including Oracle eBusiness Suite, makes that part really, really easy. So that was kind of like one of our main goal to quickly migrate over into more robust, latest application quickly. And with Incorta, we were able to convert all our legacy reports that were developed over 12 years with all that migration within 4 months. Yeah, and the speed of the extraction part, when we were using OBI Informatica load, it was taking about 2.5 hours to load all our data. The same amount of data now we load within 1 hour. So not only the report at the time of running it is very quick, but the data extraction, the way Incorta loads data, is very quick. And another use case that we had was, we had all these different dashboards, summary reports, detailed report. And one of the challenges that we had was, you look at the summary report, it gives one number, the detailed report, it gives a different number, even though the differences was not major. But anytime when the accountant is using it, even a difference of, $100 is a difference unless you can explain it. So it was a big deal, having that faith in the data. And if you don't have a faith from your accounting team, your executive team in the data that you are presenting them, then what they are going to do is always going to ask you for a report, and then they are going to go to Excel, do all their summarization in Excel. We wanted to avoid that. We want Incorta or our reporting to be that one place where they go and run all their reports. And we were able to achieve that with Incorta implementation.
Right. It is a theme or a common use case as far as using Incorta to have that single source of trust for data, and something that we definitely excel at. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. All these different, pain points that kind of leads to Incorta. So, Hamal, with that, how have you then used this data pipeline and higher trust of Incorta? Have you used it to answer any maybe business questions or issues inside the Sooner Pipe?
Absolutely. Right now, I mean, as I said, right, we are one of the largest distributor of this OCTG pipe. So the inventory management, which is the largest part on our balance sheet, is very critical. Knowing our sourcing, where the pipe is delivered to different customers, all the different some of the things that Jim mentioned earlier, the age inventory, what do we do with that? Some of the inventory that requires maintenance, how we stay on top of that. With Incorta, we were able to develop all the different dashboards with different dimensions that allows our different teams. We have a sales team, purchasing team, operations, look at the data in different ways and able to act on it quickly. Before, anytime they need something different than what they had already, they had to come to IT. IT needs to go back to the developer, and then they go, and the turnaround time was so long that by the time the information comes back, it's most of the time it's too late. Now, as Joe said, with just 3 or 4 clicks, you are able to present data in a different way that helps different teams able to do their job efficiently.
Great. I don't know for everyone listening, but we've heard inventory from all 3 of them, and it's a very common theme and use case amongst all of our clients. When you have, not only a large amount of data, right, but complex data, so you're dealing with, tens of thousands of SKUs in many, many warehouses going through many, many countries, right? And where speed matters, that's a place where Incorta shines, right? The access to data in the quickness and getting all the detail really shines where you have a place where minutes matter. Usually that's inventory, and where you have complex data. A retail customer of ours, Fortune 500, uses a similar use case for their inventory demand planning, was able to reduce their stockouts by 90% simply because they had quicker views of their sales by SKU. Rather than getting them every 2 days, they were getting them every couple minutes, looking at how the SKUs were moving in the morning, in the midday, in the afternoon, which led to 90% reduction in stockouts.